the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. They go play action now. Jackson finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he's got some. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, it's Murray. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The point after through the raindrops, something good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The slot man in motion right. Murray now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Now he's flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And he is going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on 4th down.
Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches. Jackson will keep it, and he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Murray. Wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Murray. Forced out to his left. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Murray now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to Drake. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kenyon Drake, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, it's Murray. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's taken it around the 40. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And some room to work. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Here's Murray. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Safe back at the 38.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, it's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
117 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Jackson. Finds a man in a crossing route. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Drake. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give them a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, Or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Now a give right side. Whitfield.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board. Yeah.